In the present moment, the Father declares, I am the same yesterday, today, and at all times. Despite the fact that I do not respect individuals, I do respect religious beliefs. When you put your faith into action in the same way that other people have exercised their faith, you will experience the same outcomes. Regarding your recovery, I had already made up my mind. Concerning your rise, I have already made up my mind. I have already made up my mind regarding your latest achievement. The fact that I am a covenantal God means that I do not make decisions on whether or not I will keep my commitment on a case-by-case basis. Every one of my assurances is a resounding yes and amen. That is not necessarily what you have been taught, but you must be a person who pleases the Father and embrace the testimony of my word. You must not accept the false, sense-knowing thinking of religious mentalities, which are continually trying to reconcile my word to their limited experience. Reject all of these erroneous views, since whatever you choose to reason will become the stronghold that ultimately determines the definition of your existence. I am a God who is holy. You can count on me to keep my word. To my fidelity, you must press in. My constancy is something you should cling to, since you will not be let down in any way. It is time for you to go for a walk on the water. It is the sluggard who says, there is a lion in the streets and I cannot go out. This is in contrast to the others who may stand aside and wait for a decent wind. The lives of those who are characterized by shyness and caution are nothing more than failures that are deliberate in their approach. Your portion does not include that, and I have not called you up to that level of responsibility. Those who put their faith in me will be courageous and perform deeds. Who you are is exactly that. You have a lot of strength. Please do not associate yourself with the deeds of darkness that are fruitless. One must be willing to engage in exploitative behavior in order to engage in exploitative behavior. I am urging you to shake yourself free from the do-nothing attitudes of the do-nothing people who have concluded there is nothing to do. While others may cower and nurture their victim mindset, I am calling you to shake yourself free. Is it possible that there is no cause? Should I not be with you? God says that this is your hour and your time, and that you will not be ashamed of anything in this moment. Today, the Father wants you to know that you will not be influenced by fear. Be aware, dearly beloved, that fear is destroyed by love that is flawless. The reason that you will no longer experience fear, timidity, or apprehension in your life is not because the circumstances have changed. Rather, it is because you have allowed my love that is agape and unconditional, to take control of every transaction and contact that occurs in your life. When the love that never fails becomes the primary response you choose to have to every unlovely act that others commit against you, you will no longer have to worry about failing in any aspect of your life. Since love is the one thing that can ever fail, it is the fail-safe location. If a step out of love is a step into tragedy and failure, then why would you ever voluntarily choose to leave someone you love? It is not via gaining an advantage over those who are opposed to you that the key to a life of triumph can be discovered. Rather, it is through loving them in ways that they are unable to control or respond against. This means that you should go out into the world and love with the love of God every individual who is challenging in your life. Allow me to love them on my own terms, not on theirs. Love does not involve giving in to every demand or request that is made by those who are rowdy, ungodly, or unhelpful. When you are in that position, of being one who is under the enveloping shadow of my love, you will never be intimidated, cowed down, or held back by the foolish and immature behaviors of individuals who believe they have influence over what happens next in your life. My lordship must come first. I will mock them and set a table for you in the midst of your adversaries that is packed with everything that you could possibly want, need, or desire. I will do this in order to show you that I truly care about you. Because you quickly, gladly, and with abandonment become the instrument of my love to a world that is lost and dying, that is who I am, and that is who I want you to realize that I am. As of today, the Father has stated that the prognosis is not gloomy. The adversary is taking you face to face with your history and assaulting you with feelings of hopelessness and despair. I would like to assure you that there is nothing that can separate you from my love, and that there is also nothing that can separate you from the conclusion that I have promised. In your life, every promise that I make in my word is fulfilled with a yes and an amen because you are aware that you are called according to my plan. There is no significance to the menace that man poses. It is a falsehood to consider what the circumstances indicate. There is no connection between what other people believe from their perspective of unbelief and the subsequent events that take place in your life. I know that I am the God of the impossible. What a man is incapable of doing and what you are unable to alter is of no consequence to me. Put all of the factors and circumstances that appear to be working against you out of your mind. What I have promised will undoubtedly be yours, provided that you let go of the outcome and firmly establish your hope in my word. If you do this, you will never feel ashamed or fall short of your goals. Carry on wandering in the joy of my love. Allow the love thing to serve as your initial reaction to every setback and every difficulty that you encounter. It is imperative that you do not permit resentment to permeate your feelings. Don't harbor any resentment or anger for yourself. In the cherished, you are accepted as you are. I look at you with awe and admiration. The watch that I keep over you is unfailing and unchanging at all times. I want you to make it your goal to move forward into the kingdom of my righteousness, peace, and joy. I will get you to a place where everything you say and do will have the same impact as if I had said or done it myself. God says, allow my peace to serve as the umpire in your heart, settling with finality every controversy and every expectation. Because you had the courage to hope and believe for greater things, you will not be brought to shame as a result of your actions. Despite the fact that failure has been the dominant force in the past, I am the God of renewed opportunities. This is the time for you. The time has come for you. Instead of being afraid, you should merely believe, and then you will be able to see the suffering of your soul and be content. I am the God who brings about the realization of hope and the fulfillment of desire, declares the Father today. You fully understand what it is like to be a victim of the false promises that this world offers. Outward things have not been able to fulfill your needs, and even when you have obtained something that you believed would bring you happiness, it has simply turned out to be a letdown. My intention is for you to return to the river that I have caused to flow down deep inside you. There is a river, and there is a current of my spirit that not only flows close to you, but it also begins in you. A current of glory, refreshing, and fullness rushes to every empty and lonely area in your heart. It is a current that runs to every location in your heart. In order to fulfill every conceivable desire that you might ever have, I am delivering to you whatever it is that a man cannot be to you and whatever it is that goods cannot be to you. Through you, to you, and within you, everything that I am and everything that I will ever be flows through you. Take this day, which is full of my goodness. As you approach to me, I will give you peace and cause you to feed on my quiet. Forsake the constant race of the body to acquire, to taste, to see, and to experience, since the eye is never full of looking, and the ear is never tired of listening. Therefore, you should give up the constant race of the flesh. Be still and know, God instructs us. It is important to be aware that the I am that you are resides within you. There is not a shortage. The necessity does not exist. There is no deficiency or external object that you require that I am not currently expressing on the inside of you. I am providing everything that you require. The manifestation of the substance that satisfies every desire is what I am on the inside of you, and it is what I come out as. I am being healed. I am restorer of things. I am the money. I am a supply. In the event that you possess me, and you do own me, you possess everything. Everything that has to do with life and godliness is contained inside you, and I am a part of you. I am the ever-present assistance that you can count on in times of need. No more exerting effort. It is no longer necessary to pursue that elusive thing that the adversary uses to trick a great number of people. Make it a point to never let your adversary inform you that you are naked. This is not a bare state. My dear, you are adorned with my glory, and in that glory, every need that you could ever have in this life is satisfied, and every desire that you could ever have is realized. Today, the Father declares, I have made you a partaker of my nature. To be a carrier of my glory and my power, you were created in my likeness and for that purpose. Your innermost and most authentic self is formed entirely of spirit, and it was created just for the purpose of living in closeness with me. I want you to walk with me in the cool of the day in undistracted communion with my spirit. This is my purpose for each and every day. For the sake of facilitating the manifestation of your relationship with me, I have bestowed upon you the authority to govern your surroundings and to oversee the formation of the world. There was never any intention for this life, this earth walk that you are currently engaged in, to be a single titanic struggle against darkness, downturn, or destruction all at once. It is a creature of grace, dominion, and intimacy that you are today. Who you are is exactly that. The beauty that you possess can be found in that. Make adjustments to your way of thinking and your focus, rather than upon the external factors that are attempting to distract and diminish you. Set your affection on things that are above you, where all authority is located, and you will see that authority being implemented in your life to bring heaven on earth into your own personal reality. The Father instructs us to taste and see. Even on this day, I want you to be able to taste and see the goodness and greatness that I have placed within you. Take a deep drink of the completeness of my spirit that is already present within you. Each and every day, and at each and every instant of the day, put forth the effort to cultivate a mindset that is centered on God. There are some people who are so preoccupied with the external that they live their entire lives in a state of constant reactivity to things that are found in the outside world. From one occurrence and encounter to the next, they are in a state of disarray. The adversary takes great pleasure in tormenting and controlling them, and they are flung back and forth like a plaything. This does not constitute your share. You have a firm foundation in me. You are safe in me, and I am safe in you. Both of us are safe. Therefore, you will not be caused to be disturbed, dismayed, or diverted from the plan and the destiny that I have so ordered for you from the very beginning of the world. The time for striving has come to an end. The future is secure for you if you continue to trust. God says that the only thing you should expect is to be blessed, and that every morning in the world, you will be given a fresh start in life. According to what the Father has revealed to us today, those who are pessimistic have witnessed certain things. Nonetheless, you must decide which side of the mountain you wish to establish your foundations on. Are you interested in completely submerging yourself in the murk and absolute darkness of what the adversary is doing? Alternatively, would you like to settle down in a place where the morning is spread across the mountains, where my favor is available, and where the conclusion of your situation is guaranteed? A spirit of love, of power, and a sound mind have been bestowed upon you by me, rather than a spirit of fear. The time has come to reject the story of hopelessness that robs you of joy and robs you of the ability to have hope. The Father says, I am with you, and I will never leave you or forsake you. Who then shall you be afraid of? I am with you during your entire life. The Lord advises, in the midst of the battle, learn to think thoughts that are God-centered. You should make it a goal in your heart to locate the table that I have put out for you and all of its richness at the precise moment that the adversary wants you to concentrate on his smoke and mirror threats. Due to the fact that I have made my home in your life, there is no defense or plan that the adversary can employ to bring about your destruction. Failure is not an option for you because I am embedded within you. Due to the fact that I am present within you, you will be supreme and not subordinate. This day, God tells us to cease making meaningless efforts to be good. When I was called a good master by the wealthy young king, did I not answer that there was only one person who was good, and that was the Holy Father in heaven? Put an end to your efforts to earn what I have freely provided. Despite the fact that I have already provided for you via the work of the cross, you are still attempting to be good because the adversary has tricked you into believing that you need to earn it by working hard. There is no need to worry about tomorrow. Do not give any consideration to the creature comforts. What you are going to eat, where you are going to sleep, and what you are going to wear are all something that I have already taken care of for you. People with a focus on the kingdom should never allow themselves to be sidetracked by problems of this nature. The share that is allotted to you is to experience a reality that is almost identical to that of heaven on earth, and to experience it right here and right now on earth, not just when you get in paradise. To put it another way, there is no such thing as poverty or bankruptcy in heaven, and you will not experience any of these things on earth. Stop letting the adversary or the experience you are going through to take away the joy that I have for you. All you need to do is go out into the world and be my beloved, and then observe what happens in your life. The Father says, listen to the sound that I make. Your life is currently being reverberated by the sound of my voice. You are about to enter a portal that is located in the skies. It is now my hope that you will get the opportunity to experience for yourself what you have heard others describe in fantastical detail. Due to the fact that I have placed you in the skies, it is not going to be essential for you to ever listen to simple stories about the heavens. Close your eyes to the distractions that come from earth, and I will open them to the truths that come from heaven. There is no requirement that you be extremely spiritual. All that is required of you is to make yourself open. Every time I create a window in your view, I also open a door for you to enter through. You will be able to see, and you will feel it. Because you were there with me in the heavens even on the day that I laid the foundations of the earth, the things that are discovered in the heavens will not be foreign to you. You will be able to see, and you will feel it. The answer is going to be yes, and you are going to get a taste of the abundance that is on my table. You will seize hold of spiritual substance in the sky and bring it out of the realm of the spirit and into the sphere of your need in the natural world, in order to fulfill and fulfill any and all obligations that you might have. What the Father is saying today is that there is no reason to pursue the honor that comes from man rather than the honor that comes solely from God. I have infused you with a spirit that promotes life. There is more to you than just a creature made of flesh and bone. You are a light being, and the light that you are created of is the same light that illuminates every man that enters the world. You are the natural lens through which one can catch a glimpse of things that are eternal. Take a deep look within yourself, and you will find that I am staring back at you. Your hands should be empty, and your heart should be reoriented to the focused inwardness where I might be found. You are not waiting for a specific moment in time, a specific location, or a specific piece of information that will cause everything to change. Your truth is contained within my person. I am your very existence. Even more than that, I am your way, your plan. It is both who I am and what I do. Is there a way that you use when other people ask? Say to them, I don't need a method, all I need is Jesus. If you have me and you know that you have me, then it is of no consequence what other people think about you. Do you feel ready to stop the sweat that is forming on your forehead? Whatever you do, whether it be intellectually, religiously, or physically, you will never be able to perfect or bring about what I have promised you, declares God. Let go of your hands and let your heart to open. Pay attention to the voice, even my voice, which is speaking in the void that exists between your own ideas. I want you to hear my deep, which is calling to your deep, even the whale song of my spirit, which is calling out from the depths of your existence. Move away from the shallows of religious experience and into the depths that are without a path, where the deep waters of my truths will wrap you and transform you at the very center of your being. You will be known in the same way that you are already known. You do not need to exert any effort in order to see me and become like me, because you will see me in the same way that I am the same. What I have freely given you in the depths of my spirit is not something that you are required to earn for yourself in the shallows. When it comes to matters of religion, I will not approach you in a crude manner. Because I am the source of the healing waters, you are going to have to come to me in order to receive them. Are you able to follow directions? Are you apt to be corrected? Do you have the willingness to be flexible, as well as sendable and spendable? Then, let us get going, because the sky are waiting for us. You are invited, and you are more than welcome. You are not going to be the same again. This day, God declares, you will no longer have to exert any effort in your life. This does not mean that you have to wait for some external circumstance to alter in order to get some slumber. Despite the fact that your life appears to be in complete disarray at the moment, I am guiding you to the tranquil waters that will calm you down. Invoke the word of the Lord to your eyes and tell them to see, and to your ears to hear it. You cannot create peace by arranging all of the business of life in such a way that troubles are unable to reach you. Peace is not something that can be created. All you need to do is be still and know. When people all around you are losing their minds and desperately pleading for the rocks and mountains to fall upon them, you must remain calm and collected. You are not earthly, you are not of the earth. Heavenly is the word that best describes you. It is possible that the things in your life that cannot be shaken will continue to exist even after the shaking occurs, since it will only shake those things that are capable of being shaken. Make peace with the shaking. Simply crawl up onto my lap and place your head on my shoulder where it will rest. I am in possession of this. It is going to be fine for you. Have no fear, simply continue to have faith. Continue to remain rooted in the vine that I am. Because you put your faith in me, you will emerge victorious to the other side of the situation and be the only one who is still standing. Today is the day of complete and utter trust. No matter how much money you have in the bank or how safe your income are, you should not put your faith on either of these things. Me is the source of your safety. One is not obligated to be dependent on the fortunes of the economy of man. You are entitled to the blessings that the kingdom bestows upon you. Embrace the life spring of ages that I have placed inside you and sing to it. Sing the song, Spring Up O Well, This will allow you to see the suffering that your soul has endured and will refresh you. Free yourself from the shackles of worry and anxiety by taking control of your life. You should make it a point to worry about nothing. Fear will not be your lot in life. Fear is the enemy of faith, yet you have a significant amount of faith. When even the most powerful of men are frantically searching for a solution that is not true, you are able to keep your faith in me intact. Refuse to give in to these men's manipulations and the false promises they make. There is a place reserved for you in heaven because of Christ. You are concealed within the unknown realm of the invisible kingdom, which the natural man is unaware of. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the secret area, which is also the secret place of the Most High. In this location, the spirit gains everything, while the flesh gains nothing. You are now able to manifest the substance through your trust, and in the process of manifesting the substance, nothing will be lacking, and you will not fall short in any manner. I command you now to meditate on my word throughout the day and night. Pray and reflect on the pledges that I have made. The manifestation of my directives and my truth, as well as these things, will undoubtedly take place in your life. My word will go before you in the way, prospering you, expanding the place where you dwell, and increasing you with the increase of God. It will go before you in your heart and in your mind. To what I am accomplishing on the inside of you, you must give up control over yourself. Give yourself over to my word and let it to take deep root in you. It will lead you to sink deep roots into the deep aquifers of my spirit, which will refresh, purify, and empower you. Give yourself over to my word. It is not a natural resource or an external dependency that you let down, but rather the spring of live water that I placed on the inside of you by my spirit. My word is the dipper that you let down. It is impossible for the word and the spirit to be in conflict with one another. Within the skies, the word and the spirit are one and the same. You should allow the word and the spirit to merge together on the inside of you. On this day, I extend to you a warm welcome into the reality that is, as in heaven, so on earth. The goodness that I am bringing into your life is increasing. I am showering you with my favor and blessings to the point where you are overflowing. It is the actuality of the kingdom. I have demonstrated what you will be entering at this moment. Every time I install a window, I also install a door. I do not provide the impression of something without the actual item being a promise in your life. I do not convey the picture of something. I do not engage in taunting or teasing. It is not possible for me to demonstrate the overcoming life or to make such promises to you unless I first provide you with the access that enables it to become a reality. There is no obstacle in the way. Inwardly or externally, there is no impediment that can prevent you from achieving it. Get to your feet. Raise yourself up and go for a walk. It is time to stop sinning. It is impossible for sin to take control over you, just as it is impossible for me to be enticed to sin. It is not a sinful creature that you are, rather, you are a creature of righteousness. In Christ, you are the righteousness that God has received. All of creation has been groaning and waiting for you to become present in the world. You are what they have been craving. It is the song of those who have been redeemed. That which fills everything in its entirety is this completeness. How well prepared are you, and how ready are you? Prepare yourselves with my word. My spirit is preparing you, and I say to you today, come, and in the coming, that which you have cried out for your entire life will be made visible. I say this because they are coming.